I was born in Tennessee. I was raised in Mississippi. My father died when I was 4, so I was adopted. And I came from a family of 8 children, 9 with myself, mother and father. And I was raised on a plantation. So from that days, we worked the fields and we gathered crops and we harvested them and we made molasses. I can remember when I was about 12 years old making molasses. I fell over in the molasses pan up to my arm, elbow, but luckily I didn't get burned because it was not hot yet. So I remember grinding cornmeal, making our own cornmeal back in those days. We rode the mule and wagon to church. We walked 5 miles on Sunday morning. And after walking 5 miles, we had another ways to go. So we caught the mules and wagon and we rode from there on to church. And when we got to church, it wasn't pianos and guitars and all that stuff, saxophones. It was just plain old making music with rub boards and washtubs and whatever we could find to make music, sticks, whatever, beating them together and just making the music. And that music was some good music to your ears because that's all we had back then was just the old homemade remedies that we made that we used back in those days. So that was a good time, with good times. Those days were, I would call the good old days, but I wouldn't want to go back to them. But I call those days the good old days, and those are memories that I've had down through the years. And I often think about an old quote that I usually say, I know where I came from, I know where I'm trying to go, and I know where I've been, but one thing for sure, I'm looking forward to the future, and I'm looking for a better future than I had, because those days, as I say, were good days, but those were some of those days I would not like to go back to. And I feel that God has blessed me now to move on to better and bigger things. So I'm just enjoying that one day at a time.